Hi everybody, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I have your messages for today. I have the weekly overall general tarot energy card readings with 5 major topics. And today I do want to say there is a little bit more of a serious note. Today is an anniversary of one of my brothers who passed away and actually took his life 3 years ago today. So, I guess I can say that in all honesty, it was by far one of the hardest experiences that I had gone through. And I realize with every passing day, I'm stronger. I have a better perspective, I guess, which is huge, right, in our lives as to how we perceive things. And I know there's a growing number of people, viewers, acquaintances I meet who are now experiencing this as well with loved ones or people they know who've lost loved ones this way. And I just want to say empathize, I sympathize, and I'm right with you. And this is a perfect format for me to share this. I really believe that. And I will also say that my brother suffered deeply with depression, and it's huge in my family. I have a large family, and over half of us have been clinically diagnosed with depression. So it's a constant concern as far as, is it genetic? Is it environment? Is it, well, I, for one, can tell you, I think I had depression once when I was divorced. I'm sure of it, but I've never had the clinical term, and I get sad, but I don't believe I'm one of the members of my family. However, I do understand it, and I know that some people are able to express it, and some just aren't. So we just have to do our best to be there for people and know that we have done everything we could. And just allow, I guess, is the word that's coming to my mind. So my beautiful cousin who came to his memorial made these beautiful necklaces. And of course, the heart is what matters in all circumstances, and certainly in times when you've lost a loved one. And the other really important part of it is that my brother was a world-renowned magician, close-up magician, prestidigitationist. Say that fast. And he's been on YouTube for years, so I want to emphasize that. And if you want to ever see his beautiful videos, he wrote numerous books and tricks, and he had fans from all over the world, and he is still living in some respects, with this YouTube. He's immortalized. But he was an amazing guy, and he was 2 years older, so we shared a lot of things that some of my other siblings and I did not. And he was my hero and my mentor, and he would go around the world to these lectures, and he would send me beautiful gifts that were spiritually inclined, and he provided these I Ching coins and messages and cards for me the Christmas of 1994. So that's why I'm so adamant about sharing the messages, and I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for listening. That was a mouthful. But moving on, today, February 24th, 2020, we have 2 moving numbers, and the first card is Sun, and it is number 41, and the name is Decrease. And the upper part of the hexagram is Can, Mountain Arresting Progress, and below is Tui, Lake, Marsh, and Joyful. So the messages today for everyone: Sun indicates that there will be sincerity in this method of divination. There will be great fortune, freedom from error, advantage in every movement that shall be made. The superior man restrains his wrath and represses his desires. I think that was very suiting for today. And if you've asked a question, I certainly hope that resonates with it. This is an overall general message for all of my viewers. And so the 2 moving numbers are 9 in the top position, which is giving increase to others without taking from himself, no error. With firm correctness, good fortune. There will be advantage in every movement. He will find ministers more than can be counted by their clans. So that's 9 in the top position, 9 in the 5th position. He is enriched, supreme good fortune. Nothing obstructs. He needs fear nothing. That's so soothing for me today. I hope you find that to be the case too. The decrease is kind of questioning, but I absolutely love the messages for that. So that's our moving hexagram. Then it becomes the non-moving, which is Po, and that's number 23. And the upper part of the trigram, Falling Apart is the title. Upper part of the trigram is Can, Mountain, Arresting Progress. And below is Kun, Earth, Receptive, and Devoted. So the message and final message of the I Ching coin messages is Po indicates that it will not be advantageous to make a movement in any direction whatever. Superiors seek to strengthen those below them to secure the peace and stability of their own position. A little bit of controversy there, huh? Yin and Yang. Very much a part of our lives, very much the movement aspect of the I Ching coins. So you get to take in a little bit of each. And take that deep breath to let it set in just the way you need it to. And what I find interesting is both the decrease number 4 plus 1 is a 5, and then of course 2 plus 3 with the falling apart is a 5. And 5 plus 5 is 10, but 5s in general are changes and sometimes obstacles or things we need to get past, challenges, let's say. But then the 10 becomes the 1 and you start the cycle again. And we did have the new moon in Pisces just yesterday. So there is that amazing healing quality that's still very, very prominent in the energies today. Speaking of which, let us get on with our weekly overall general tarot messages for all of us from today, the 24th through the 1st of March. Oh my gosh, still very much in the retrograde. I went to get a couple of items of groceries, and I go to the same Trader Joe's for 17 years now. Well, they've redone the store, so I'm walking around in this familiar store, so I thought. And everything's changing. I'm like, yeah, that's appropriate. Now, I might say that the changes are great, and it's not going to take that long to figure it all out, but it felt a little strange going into a place you'd been so many times and felt, I'll go here, I know where that is. Where am I? Whew. I like that though, we need that. We need that change. We just do. And it's easy to adapt to. So what do we have? For our overall first general tarot energy is the overall for the week. And nothing came out, so I'm pulling this one. Okay. Well, the first card is the 2 of Pentacles. And that insinuates immediately to me balancing, like the Temperance card in the Major Arcana. It is the earth quality with the Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And as you know, and we've spoken of many times, for those that are returning, hi, welcome back. And those that are new, the earth quality is very prominent right now in our solar system and in a lot of the planets. They're very, very, very practical time, very practical year to put forth the right decisions, putting one foot in front of the other, methodically, persistently, and creating a really stable and secure life for ourselves. With the 2 of Pentacles, it's just reminding ourselves of that when it comes to money or our daily routines and such, just bringing in that balance, not going overboard, not going underboard, if at all possible. Now, this is tax season, and I think people kind of maybe do that naturally as they're figuring out whether they have a return or not and all the variables that go with that. So I like that, and it makes perfect sense, yes? That's the overall theme, just to keep in our minds. I'm sure most of us get this and have done this already, but I like it as a reminder. We have it under control as long as we allow that to happen. So, and then 2 does represent, it is the number 2, and it has to do with partnerships and, our significant others or work partnerships, and just kind of keeping the balance there as well on every level, emotional and otherwise. So that's our first overall general for the week. And then the second one is the possible obstacles. This one came. Ooh, okay. Well, I always say possible obstacles because we have the Queen of Wands. She looks very, very stern. This is a powerful, powerful energy. It's not the king, but it's okay because we don't necessarily attribute the queen as a female and the king as a male. It is a person of high stature, absolute power. The wands are the fire signs. I mean, there's energy and determination like none other with this one. And it shows the fire signs are the Sagittarius, Aries, and Leos in the world. So you may know people of this quality. You may have that very strongly in your natal chart. You just may feel that energy around you. There's a drive. There's a need for action. And don't be discouraged. That would be the obstacle. Just came to me. Because of the retrograde, we may want to push things forward because this is about action. And yet we may find that is being a little hampered at this time, but not for long. Still consider all the things you want to go forward with. Double check them, remind yourself, write things down. Don't lose track of those thoughts and those ideas. So don't be discouraged if you're feeling a little bit, like I said, of a delay, because that is only temporary, like everything, right? It's all temporary. That'd be the possible obstacles for the week. Moving along, we have then the health card. Very important. Always one of my most important priorities now. I always feel like I care, but not nearly as much as I do now. And then now with the news and everything we're hearing, just being very safe and cautious and careful as much as we can, not getting too paranoid at the same time, because that doesn't do any good. That is so funny. I'm sorry. This is so typical right now of me. Okay, so I said the king or the queen. This is a king. The King of Wands, because it's followed by the Queen. And let me tell you, when the two of those come up together, no holds barred. It's all coming through. It is a force to be reckoned with. And I also attribute this a lot. The female and the male of both is just the epitome of the importance, the dynamic. And this has to do with health. So, it's clearly being publicized about the virus out there. It's very, very strong. It's very, very active right now. And we as an individual and group and society and planet have to put our heads together and really, really, really show a true dedication to keeping ourselves safe. It's really that simple. It's too new to really know a lot of things, so I don't really want to, and I'm not a doctor, God knows, but I just this is power right now. There's a lot of force going in because it covers so many different aspects. There's a lot of energy being put to heal this. And with the Pisces new moon, honestly, it couldn't be better for that. Just be aware, be very safe. If you want to change your mind about traveling, I would recommend it highly. And you'll know, they'll let us know. Everyone's going to be in the know, but I don't want everybody to be feeling paranoid because that doesn't actually help the energies. Never has, never will. Being smart and knowledgeable, that's the ticket. So this is full force, everybody. This is telling us to really be very, very aware and do the right thing for ourselves and our loved ones. And that's the health card. And then the next one would be love. One of my favorite topics. I love it in all forms. I love it for all things. I love that you stop by and watch this channel. I really, really, truly do. Let's see if we've got something that just... Well, here we go again, folks. Now, under the love category, once again, I have pulled a Pentacles card. Interesting, though. Yes, it has to do with, once again, the practical things. It has a huge emphasis on our money. But it also is about a person, and it has been known. 4 represents stability. It represents a family, foundation. It's the love of family, the wanting to be nurturing and feeling great love for family, as I do for my brother, even though he's not here anymore. I love him more than ever. It's about wanting to protect that. You see the guy just kind of almost hoarding the coin, if you will. It's just not wanting to let go of that love and doing everything you can in your power to just keep that in your life to the best of your ability. Being safe, being careful, making the right choices. Yeah, just feeling a little bit of concern, but not to feel too concerned, because the whole thing about the currency of life, and I've said this before, the term currency, like in that of waves in the ocean, currents is a continuum, right? And you want to continue that. You don't want to hold on too tightly. You don't want to let go too much. It has to be a nice temperance and balance that we can create and do it all the time. Just be aware if you're thinking that maybe I'm holding on to this relationship too tight. Maybe I need to loosen the reins a little bit. Maybe I'm too fixated on my money and I need to just allow universe to just bring in that natural flow and currency. And that'll make me feel healthy right off the bat, because health is, I'm sorry, it'll make me feel more loving because I am more giving. Got back on the health thing again for a moment. Yeah. A very strong, strong pull right now for family and love. And that's, of course, it could be family of your husband and wife. You may not have children. You know, there's animals and plants and everything else we can love. So, but just being aware that you want to keep that open too, not feel too secluded in that beautiful energy and groundedness. We don't want to be too grounded. So last but not least, we do have finances. You would have thought that one was, but everything has its own place and its own understanding when it comes to the energies and the cards. They all have so many different meanings. Ooh, this kind of came out. And you know, I mean, this is the 3 of Hearts. Yeah, it's a pretty ominous looking card. And I mean, well, I opened up to you myself today about my heart. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve almost. Yeah, this is from being deeply hurt. It's not necessarily happening now though, and I take that as being from myself, but also many times. It's a heart that's healing. The swords have gone through it. The swords are the air quality, and there's a lot of thought and hurt and yeah, a lot of brain activity around the circumstance, working things through. It could have been involving another person, and most of the time it is with 3, you know. But the reality is that this is part of the past, and nobody wants to stay in that feeling for long, and actually we never have to. That's the good news. I have come so far. Even to be able to talk about it is phenomenal, and I'm happy to do so. So be aware of that. Protect your heart always. But it has to do with finances. And somehow or another, I suppose, you know, there was a detachment there. And somehow or another, in the past, you may have made a mistake and somebody may have done you wrong financially. Maybe there's a divorce or separation and you had to change your regular income. And like I said, it's a thing of the past, all being able to be healed. I just find it very interesting, everybody, that every single week there seems to be a complete difference of positioning, but it happens all the time. And I'm going to read it as it is and let you know that finances are going to be fine. Something that happened in the past that stopped your finances and put it, curtailed it in some way is a thing of the past. We have the new moon. We have the new month of March coming up, which is, like I said, astrology-wise, the new year. To put forth your incredible energies and to let those things go and to build up your resources again. Just make sure you're not holding on too tightly to the love or the circumstance that kept you. And because anytime we do block it and have any blockages, excuse me, I'm having a hard time talking, that's going to create that block or boundary from the currency going forward. So yeah, just some thought, not some, it's not the best energy, but it definitely is a past energy, because when it's already in the heart, it's already healing. The finances will be fine, trust me. Your love will be fine. You've got balance according to this. You've got strong, beautiful energies when it comes to your obstacles and overcoming them and your well-being and your health. That's really strongly indicating that you have the power and the passion and the desire to be well. Comes to love, don't hold on too tightly. Don't let it ever be about money, please. And about finances, whatever you may have lost or something that really hurt, something you had to give up, loss of job, what have you, that had to do with finances, it's in the past and things will come and new avenues will open. And you need to believe and follow that energy of trust. And I want to add forgiveness, because that's huge as well. When we don't forgive, we definitely create blocks. That word came very strongly to mind right now. So that's your overall energy for Tarot. And now we're going to finish with our beautiful super attractor card for manifesting everything we need that may have gotten a little bit off the side there, a little sidetracked. And I just wish you a beautiful rest of the day. Thank you again for listening to my situation. Feel free to comment if any of you have experienced, the loss of somebody in that manner, and or anybody that's a writer. I would love to write a story about my brother, because he deserves it and his fans still want to know. Any ghostwriter out there, you let me know. I love this. This is perfect and necessary. Every moment of every day. And the Super Attractor Manifestor card information and guidance today is: my ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. It's up to us, everybody. We all have those times when we're sort of, we go to places we don't really want to, but let's not. Let us think, change that channel, and think, that's not a good thought. That's not going to bring me anything I want. I promise you that. So yeah, keep this strong. Take great care of yourselves. I will be back tomorrow for your I Ching coin messages and overall tarot and your attractor, super attractor card. And until then, take great care of yourself. Bye for now.